All righty. I'm Johnny Stovall, and this is Chase the Heat. Mischief Managed. So good to see you. Jane Aldrich, Burn Daily, Lawn Dog. So today we were supposed to have, if you guys were paying attention, we were supposed to have Blazing Foods. That was an error on my part. So we will resume. Next week we'll have two. We have two after the burn. They're already scheduled. So Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock we'll be back in action there. Pepper Poppy, good to see you. Bizzle, I love you, dude. Good to see you. Jimmy T, 1988, so good to see you. No sound, Mischief Managed says. Can anybody hear me? Can somebody give me a 5x5? Good to see you, Marv Wheeler. Keith Kingman, good to see you. Do I sound all right? Jason P, good to see you. Mr. Brock Bandy. Oh, never mind. It was Mischief Managed. So I'm really tired. You're not going to believe what just happened. I don't sleep well. Well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I do. I'm not sleeping well lately. And about 30 minutes ago, Manuel Pinheiro, good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for the 5x5s. Thank you, Bizzle. I fell asleep sitting here, and I woke up a minute and a half ago. Not good. Let's see here. Lawn Dog, you remember the term burn, baby, burn? I wonder if we can work that into some sort of thing and go from here. Burn, baby, burn. It's a thing. It is a theme. No doubt about that. Heisenberg, good to see you. Hi, John. Did you get a chance to read the Huffington Post article I texted you? You, Chris, Mike, Jack, and Shahina were quoted. I did. Thank you for that. Yeah, that was an interesting interview. I need to get some coffee. You're right. It's not narcolepsy, Marv. It's just I don't typically sleep real well. I got a lot going on in my head right now, and it'll get better. It will get better. I thought you Mischief Managed to get some coffee. I thought about getting some coffee right before this started, and I opted for iced tea instead. So. Silver Surfer, Tracy and Michelle, good to see you. Look at that. That signs I'm an old man. You got that right, Bizzle. You know it. Ethan, good to see you. Watched Uncle Bull Cow late. You guys are good together. He's a fun guy. Next time, here's the thing. The next time we're going to do the interview, we're going to do part 2, and we're going to start like an hour early. It'll probably go like 2 hours. He's so much fun to talk to. Mark Albets, good to see you. Mac Whitaker, I love you, dude. Good to see you, Mac. Barbara, good to see you. So I really thought I had this. We were going to do a Blazing Foods interview, but it's all right. Here's what we got next up. You ready? This is who's going to be Tuesday. Tuesday after the burn is going to be Linda's Fiery Treats. Linda and Art. And then, you guys ready? We'll swoop right into, that's Tuesdays. Thursdays, boom, Jay Blunt from Smoking Blunt Hot Sauce. So that'd be a fun one. Jay's a good guy, and he has great sauces. So that's what's coming. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you. Heisenberg said Linda's great. Met her in Erie. Yeah, Linda's cool, man. I've known Linda for several years now. She's a good grower, nice person too, John, good evening. Just drinking some cocoa with Lion's Mane. I've never had Lion's Mane. Don't know anything about it really. Bizzle, you need to. She makes good stuff. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. That could be important. Let me see this. Mischief Managed. You're awesome, Mischief Managed. All right. So Mac, Long Dog says we finally got to get to meet the people behind the Linda's Fire Treats. You bet. It's going to be a fun one. Mac Whitaker says, tell the bus they had changed my chemo and seems I can tell a difference. Wow. More prayers for you. Love you, Mac. So if you guys got some virtual electronic love, you can send Mac's way. Throw a 1 in the chat. You're one of the good ones. Chris and Melinda, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. What is the Gettysburg event? Is that for the League of Fire one, Heisenberg? Is that the one you are speaking of? Thank you for all that love. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys doing that. Papa Fish, hope you had a great Thanksgiving, brother. Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas. Thank you. We did. See 1,000 of your reviews, and most of the stuff is too crunchy. We can get some stuff your way that's not too crunchy, dude. We just gotta, tell you the truth, you need to try some of the 16 million lollipops from Mad Cow. They're brutal. America's Built Match. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I know there's a big League of Fire. It could be the one. I think I might be the host of that. I'm not quite sure. One of the big events in Pennsylvania reached out. I know it's in October, and they've asked me to be the MC it, which I said yes. So that's happening, which is nice. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Heisenberg says, yes, I am MCing that. Everybody, if you guys are going to be around for that, I'll be traveling in for that one. It'll be fun. Sam says, Johnny, we should go and do a 2 versus 1 against Steve to see who can eat more pods. He's a beast, man. He really is. Burn Daily says, where in PA? I'm not sure. We got some time. It's not till this upcoming October, so we got plenty of time. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure it gets closer. We'll hear an awful lot about it. Kristen just met with my last person of the day. Now my brain is numb. I used to date a psychologist, and she used to, she couldn't tell me about the people. She couldn't say names, but she would tell me about stuff she was talking. I didn't know any of the people. I would just hear some of the things she'd tell me. I was like, wow. Working on it, Brock. I like the idea of a lot. Somebody made a comment about making a tube of terror hot sauce, like a Thai kind of peanut inspired tube of terror. I love the idea of it. So we had a really fun. If you didn't get it, we had a really fun bus pass live stream yesterday. We did a 1 hot minute. I shared some stuff that I don't normally share. It was kind of fun. Wasn't it fun, Dizzy? I think you were there. We need to create a grow list of peppers for Mr. Scoville with all the ones he likes. That's a good thought. James, said Mischief Managed. Ethan says, I ordered 3 sauces at Fishman 3 days. Wow, it was very tasty. Waiting for more. Man, if you lived near me, if you're a chili head and you live near me, it's a good thing. My nephew, David, is a chili head. He and his wife are legit chili heads. And in the last 2 weeks, I've given him a couple cases of sauce. He's like in sauce heaven. Kristen Melinda says, people are so cool, though. We are all more similar than we are different. Probably. That's probably pretty accurate. Pepper Pop, you had fire hose from 1 hot minute. That's the sign that you had a good time. Hi, Drewby. Good to see you. I think maybe a super hot peanut butter made from Tubatera peanuts. I did that once on a challenge. I did that. I made the hottest peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I had some jam from Little Acres. It was great. Jay, good to see you. Just got home from work. What's up? Good to see you, Jay. Oops, that slid by me. Good to see you, James Collins. Johnny ate 2 of the Tubatera peanuts. The voice message was priceless. It says it tastes like a second-degree burn or like a chainsaw in the mouth. Can't wait for the challenge. That's awesome. Hang on a minute. Heard ya. Good to see you. Name a sauce where you can't taste vinegar. Vinegar is without the sauce without vinegar. You can't taste the vinegar. There's plenty, actually. Good to see you, Robert. Nice to see you. Jay just got home from work. Good to see you. Spirit Prof. Hello, Johnny and fellow riders. Hope you all remember to make someone's day great today. Can't stay long, but much love to all. Thank you so much. I hope everybody remembers that. Reach out to Burns and McCoy. Yeah, I will do that. They're one of the sauce companies that I really loved from the beginning. Did you make the tube of terror hot sauce? Not yet, Keith. It's gotta be even if we pull the trigger, decided like as a group, like me and my partner, hey, we're gonna do it. It would be 8 months before anybody's eaten any of it because it would take a while to come up with a recipe, work, get it down to a point where we like it, label, processing authority, everything. It takes a long time, but it's something I think I want to do. I like the idea. Jeremy Fowler's lurking. Hey, Bus Johnny. Hope everybody had a great day driving home, but lurking. Do it safely. Rick Spicer. Now there's a madman. Mad cow. I don't taste vinegar. Some people don't like vinegar forward sauces. I don't mind them. I really don't. But it's a great idea, Keith, for real. And I really do like it. I mean, it's a wonderful idea. And I love peanut based sauces are really, really cool. Dizzy's going to start the list of my favorite peppers. Yellow lemon brain, zabrange, whatever you say. Big yellow mama, big brown 7-pot. Those are good ones. Balaki. Good to see you, man. Very good to see you. Did you ever try Steve-O's hot sauce? Asked James Colin Cares. Did I ever try Steve-O's hot sauce? I'll have you know yes, I did. Actually, the one where he poured it in one of them, he was on a show with Gordon Ramsay, and he dumped the sauce in his eye after chugging the bottle. So I did that. But I have a funny story. He has two sauces. One is hot, one is really hot. But the hot one is they're both, honest to God, they surprised me. I was so stunned by those sauces because they're very, very, very good sauces. But I decided I was trying to get Steve-O's attention. I know how I'll do that. I'll get one of his sauces and do what he did. So I reviewed one of the sauces. It was great. And I bought a bottle that I was going to chug it. And I didn't realize that I bought the hotter of the two until the camera's on, the lights red, and we're filming. And I was reading the ingredients. I was like, it dawned on me. I was like, oh no, this is the hot one. So I chugged the sauce and then drip the stuff in my eye. Here's a true story about it. Confession. It didn't get in my eye when I dripped it in my eye. But then later, when I was in the bathroom, I went like this. And I smeared a whole bunch of the sauce into my eye. And I'm telling you, it was like the most instantaneous endorphin rush. You get stuff in your eye, really bad stuff in your eye. It's instant endorphin rush. So quick, it's not funny how fast it happens. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Steve-O's hot sauce I couldn't believe how good it was, Balaki. It was a spectacular sauce. And Steve-O, I thought, it's a novelty sauce. He's just sort of hacking around. He's not taking it seriously. But man, it's a wonderful, wonderful sauce. I did get his attention. He knows who I am. He was in a live stream with what's that live stream? I might be drunk or something like that. He was on that live stream and he was talking about me. So I know he knows who I am, which is good. I think the worst eye burn I ever got, James Collins Cares got vinegar in his eye. As a joke. Bad idea. Yeah, it's a rough one. The worst eye burn I had was in where was I don't know, it was 6 million, 9 million Scoville lava drops squirted me in the eyes. Horrible. That was without a doubt the worst. That wrecked me for almost an hour. That was done for an hour. It's crazy. Dizzy Dragons crying for 1 hot minute. I don't think so. Not today. We just did one yesterday on the bus pass. And a fine 1 hot minute was. Yeah, it was 9 million. What happened, James? I had this. I'm trying to get a bottle. I'm going to use as an example. I can't find it. I had one around here, but I think it's an empty bottle. Well, I can't find it. I had a bottle of tincture, and it was clear. It was a clear tincture. Okay, so it's just spiked with pure capsaicin drops. It was like 9 million. And I went to squirt some in my mouth. I pulled it out, and it's clear, but the tip of this glass syringe, the little dropper, the very tip of it was black, where it was really dark, where it coagulated. He goes, "Oh, it's clogged." So I was sitting down in a chair when I did it, and there was a bunch in the tube, and I aimed it at the ground, trying to squirt it, trying to like flush it through, and it fired out, and it just went left and got me right in the eyes. I was like, instantly, I was like, "Oh my god!" It was the worst pain. You know those eye stations where you go and you put your eyes in, the eye flushes you. Well, here's what you need to know about that. Don't do it if you have peppers. Here's why. You know when you have something hot and you put water in your mouth thinking, oh, it's going to help me? You know what the water does, right? Sort of makes it worse. Promise you the same thing happens with the eye wash center, the eye wash thing. I thought it was going to help me. They took me by my hand because I couldn't see. And they had that little eye washing like they have in chemistry class. And I put my face in it and it splashed water on my face. And it burned so much worse. With milk helps, I think. I've heard. I don't know. And, you know, Robert makes a good point. He says, Dizzy, 1 hot minute every day by yourself, he says. I've done a lot of 1 hot minutes. Uh-oh. I need to ask after the burn people for paranormal experiences. Everyone has one. You least expect it. You get the most interesting and bizarre ones. I don't think I have a paranormal experience. Let me think about it. City G, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Drew McKim, thank you for being here. We're just getting started. NN Prod, good to see you. I'm trying to think. Paranormal. No, I don't think I have. Can't say I have. I've seen some weird stuff. I don't think I've had it. Paranormal. Is that you don't mean like that's not alien or anything? That's sort of like ghost, apparitions, spirits, that sort of stuff by paranormal. Heard ya. I want to try zombie snot. It's a fantastic sauce. Wes Lightburn, good to see you. Thank you for having us. This is Burn Daily. Thank you for joining me. Are you kidding me? Uh-oh. And then Prod said 8 today, 7 big Thai or cayenne peppers. Not quite sure. Had the first endorphin rush of my life. Isn't that a spectacular feeling? Congratulations. Good for you, man. I love that. Aliens count. Let me see. I still don't think I have one. Aliens. No. You know, one of the only really weird thing I've seen, for about 8 months, I slept in a hammock outside. It was before a back surgery, like a decade ago. Longer than that, like 18 years ago. The bed I had didn't work. And believe it or not, the only thing that was comfortable was this hammock I had in my backyard. So this is in Reno. It was freezing cold out at night. So I slept in this hammock at night. I had big blankets, and I'd be freezing like 30 degrees out, 25 degrees out. I had this big blanket on. And one night I was laying in bed, and I saw this. I was laying in my hammock. It was amazing, though, because it was cold and it was beautiful. Every night, looking up and seeing the sky, it was just an amazing way. I'd roll over it. I'd open my eyes and see the stars. It was just incredible. But one day, I'm looking up in the sky, and I see it looked like a shooting star. But it was, I've seen a million shooting stars. Shooting stars are really small, and they kind of like, usually you see them out of the corner of your eye. Oh, that was a shooting star. I watched this from one side of the sky, I swear to you, to the other side of the sky. It looked like it must have been the size of a city bus. It was on fire, and it left this trail behind it. I'm not making this up, like a smoke trail behind it. You could see as it left, you could see the trail left. It was so big. I'm laying there in this hammock. I couldn't believe it didn't make any noise. That's the part that was the most stunning. It was so big. This thing was so bright and so big, and it went from one side of the sky, and I watched it from the beginning. I just happened to be catching it, and went from one side of the sky all the way across the other side, and didn't make so much as a peep. I don't know what that was. It was huge. I don't know if that was paranormal, but it was weird. Oh, you know, I had a weird thing happen once. Probably won't talk about that. I've had a few weird things. Be interesting, maybe. Rick said, so what did Rick say? Frank should come with a straw. I like that stuff. Frank's is good stuff, Rick. Oh, Keith, I got a paranormal experience when I was in Gettysburg in the battlefield. I saw the picture. In the picture, there's a silhouette of a soldier in full gear. Okay, I believe you. You know, it's weird. You see things that it's like, it's weird stuff. I had a picture that I took of a boat over Lake Champlain on July 4th, 1,000 years ago. And Elvis Presley's face was in the clouds. And I mean, I didn't even really point, I didn't have to point it out. People come to my house and go, oh man, it looks like Elvis Presley. I'm like, yeah, right? Really did. That wasn't really paranormal though. Quaid, good to see you. Hey, fellow bus riders, hope you're all doing well this great evening. I am. Thank you for being here. I hope we all are. Well, there go the dinosaurs again, says Dizzy. I'm a dinosaur fan. I think every kid is. When you're a kid, did anybody? I don't know if it's a guy thing. If you went through a, I'll go first. A one in the chat if you went through a dinosaur thing. I remember being a kid just being blown away by the whole dinosaur thing. Dinosaurs are cool, man. But what blew me away even more as a kid, and it still does now, is space. Scares the crap out of me. Look at all those ones. Love you guys. Space gives me the willies. And what ends up happening to me, Dale Cox, good to see you. Here's Grumpy Gail. Look at all those ones. You know what happens to you guys are up just like me. Here's one thing that happens to me is if it's late at night and I don't sleep well, this has happened a bunch lately. And I shouldn't do this, but I do. I'll open up my laptop and I'll watch a few videos. And inevitably, that rabbit hole leads me down something that ends up on a video about space and how big space is. And it's terrifying how big it is. It honestly, God, scares me to death, man. But I can't not look at it. You know what I mean? I still get that same. I remember being a kid being spooked out by it, being like, it was just overwhelming. As a little boy, I remember thinking, like, realizing how big space was. You just scared the crap out of me. Tracy, I used to dream every night like getting chased and eaten by a dinosaur. I'm not trying to laugh. That's so sad. I'm sorry. Anybody else have any reoccurring dreams? I've had a couple. I had a couple really, a couple scary ones. I have a reoccurring dream. It's not so bad now, but I have a reoccurring dream about Michigan J. Frog. You guys know who Michigan J. Frog is? Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. The guy waving the hat and the cane. I dream about that frog sometimes. I don't know why. Disney says, if you're a kid, you have 4 personalities: dinosaur, construction, trucks, and spaceman. Pretty accurate. Fairly accurate, man. Space is never ending, and that's what gives me the willies. Well, my oldest son, he's a genius, man. When he was like 4 or 5, we got him this book about space. And man, the kid just memorized everything. He was reading at 3, so he just read everything. And he was wicked into space, man. He said to me one day, we were talking about space, and he goes, it's expanding. I said, yeah. So, the Big Bang, it's like a ripple. And he goes, what's on the other side of that? I don't know, dude. You got me, man. It's a vacuum. He just needed to know everything. He's like, he was so smart. We were at this, we were at a zoo, and my daughter goes, Daddy. I said, yeah, honey. He goes, why is the sky blue? I'm like, trying to give her this daddy answer of why the sky's blue. He's like, not really, Dad. My oldest says. I said, really? Why is the sky blue? He goes, well, because there's rainbow of colors, and they're all the different colors are represented in light, and all the colors, the one that refracts the most light is blue, and that's what you're seeing. I'm like, can't you let me be a dad and just throw out a silly answer because that's what I got? It's pretty interesting, man. Burn daily. I had a reoccurring dream when I was younger. I kept falling off roofs. It's scary. Bizzle has nightmares and many dreams, but it's the same demon thing. I have that it is the singing frog, Kristen. You betcha. I still have that. I had twice since I've been back here. That sleep paralysis thing. Do you want to know something? I don't even freak out about it now. I almost look forward to it when it happens because I want to see what weird stuff happens. Like weird stuff happens, man. It's strange. I know that it's bad, and I got like a ripcord. I know what I can do to pull out and make them stop, make the dream kind of quit, and it works. But it's a strange thing, man. The weirdest one once, man, the second or third time it ever happened, I swear to you, I felt something touching me. And it's one thing to see something in the room that you know is not there, or see something walk through the door, and there's weird things that happen. But when you kind of know, hey, I'm dreaming, but when you feel something touch you in a dream, scary, man, like wicked scary. Sydney's got a kid. It's all about space and science. It's a good thing, man. You learn, and kids are like that, man. They need to learn. Thirst for it. Swiss Vapor, Lord Insomnia on the bus. Hello, y'all. Can't sleep. I hate my past. I hate war. I hate PTSD. Bro, I love you, man. Hang in there. I'm glad you're here, though. You're here with people who love you, man. You know what? I mean it. I really will, no joke, pray for you tonight, dude. Hang in there, man. I've had a couple scary ones, Kristen and Linda. The first time I had it, I swear to God, it was the worst. Because, Kristen, I don't know if you ever heard me talk about this. The first time I had it was just straight terrifying because thank you for the love. He's a good guy. Thank you, dude. Here's the first time I had sleep paralysis. It was the scariest thing because I thought I had a stroke. I was laying and I could not move. I couldn't remember how I got on the couch where I was, and I could not move at all. And I thought, oh my God, I had a stroke. That's what I thought. I was like, because I never had it before, you know. I thought, oh my God, I can't move. I've had a stroke. So I'm thinking about what day it was and what the schedule's like. And if Boy's going to come up see me today, or am I going to meet him at the office? And I thought they'd find me dead on the floor, dry like a goldfish that jumped out of the tank. Scared me to death. I mean, I was sure I had a stroke. I lay there. It seemed like a long time. And then finally I was able to start moving. I'm like, oh, I didn't have a stroke. But it was spooky, man. I didn't like it at all. Silver Surfer says, anybody ever have sleep paralysis? You bet. You wake, but you can't open your eyes or move. It's kind of scary. It happened 4 or 5 times. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you what. It's the worst thing in the world, man. Here's what happens. There's we have a safety thing built in that stops us from moving and stuff when we sleep. You ever see dogs will run in their sleep? But we don't have that. It's for self-preservation to keep us safe. When we get up, like our awareness and our ability to move kind of comes online at the same time in the morning when we wake up. Well, when those aren't synced up properly, you wake up, but your body hasn't got the memo yet. Your body still isn't ready to wake up yet, but your brain is awake. And that's when some really, really weird stuff happens, man. It is not cool at all. Look at that. You got the shivers after all those words. Because we love you, bro. That's no joke. I mean it. My smoke detectors used to go off, and there would be smoke, and it would be, and animals out of the house and race ourselves to the dugout. It would just stop. Wow. I had a weird one where it was so weird. I got up to go to the bathroom. This is like the second or third time. This is when I first realized it was happening. This is the first time I had a false ending to a dream where I thought I was awake and then it kept going. I got up to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh, no. Yeah, I got to go to the bathroom. And I was like, while I was up, and I don't know why I did this. I never do this, but I went to the kitchen to get something to drink. And I thought, I don't know why. It was like 3:15 in the morning. I thought, I'll just look out my peephole. And I looked out into my peephole, and there was an eye staring back at me. And I swear, instantly, I was in bed. I didn't run back to my bed, jump in, scared crapless. You know what I mean? I was all of a sudden in bed. I didn't know how I got to bed, and I was all very confused. And I wasn't awake yet. It's so weird. It's just the weirdest thing. Yeah, the mind is crazy. The strength and the power of the human mind. It's a bizarre thing, man. The funny thing is, the mind is like, I've learned this from being in recovery. My brain, Maybe everybody's like this, but my brain is not my friend. It happens. Rick, look at this. Rick, happened several times before I took out batteries in the smoke detectors. Swiss paper says it's not like this. I tend to get nightmares, basically backlash or backslash from service. Horrible things my eyes saw, still pending in my head. I fear sleep. Glad I'm sober. Thanks, Johnny. Bro, I'm glad you're sober too. You have my email. It's chasey@gmail. Reach out to me if you need to, bro. Yeah, it scared the crap out of me, Mischief Managed. I was already in bed. It was weird. It's like my heart was pounding. I wonder if anybody's brain is their friend. Probably not. It's like don't think that you're not like you're alone. I don't think anybody has like it's kind of like the function family. Like I have a dysfunctional family. We're all dysfunctional, right? So it looks like I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think Saturday is the dead fish day. It's for Stroming Day. Philly Phil, I'm going to do a mock pepper eating contest to gradually used to mouth burn. I know somebody who takes tincture and just swishes it around, leaves it in their mouth for a minute or two, and spits out, doesn't even drink it. That will definitely drive the intolerance in your mouth up. I promise you that. Kristen says, my brain and I are not quite friends, but we kind of have a ceasefire going. Do it, says Rick. I'd watch. Would you mind telling me whose brain I put in? It was Abby's. You put Abby's. Everybody knows that, right? Great reference. Great reference. Yes, the fish, Keith. But I told you how we're going to do it right. I mean this now. I am bound and we are absolutely 100% committed to enjoying this so much. Oh, Chili Phil. October 6th is a long ways away, and I want that belt. You want to know something? While it's good to train and always keep your tolerance up, what you do in the 2 weeks leading up to that is everything. For real. But and I've only trained for one contest ever, honestly. So you never know. On any given day, anybody can win. Josh Cohen, good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, so if you just joined us, we love you, John. Thank you, Cozy. Love you too, man. So listen, this upcoming week, I have on Tuesday Linda McNew from Linda's Fiery Treats. On Thursday, Jay Blunt from Smoking Jay's Hot Sauce. So if you have questions for either of those people, email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com, and we will get those questions in there. Johnny, first tap out doing the gush or not? You tapped out? I've tapped out before. No shame. Cindy G says, Swiss vapor, not sure if it would help. PTSD caused bad nightmares for me. Doctor gave me meds commonly used for high blood pressure, but side effects take away dreams. Mine never came back, though. Well, I'll tell you what, that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that, Cindy, for real. Yeah, dreams are a bummer, man. It's weird. We dream. Here's the thing, man. It's our brain working through stuff. Kind of how it works. Love you, Tracy, Michelle. Oh, Tracy, you know what? I need to talk to you tomorrow, dude, if you got time. For real. In fact, I'll text you after this stream is over. If you'll be around. I just want to say God is good. Boy, all the time. That is no joke. Thank you, Josh. For real. Good group of people here. You know that? It's been a wicked couple of weeks for me. It is what it is, people. Not doing a gusher, chewing on the 5th warthog right now, says Dale Cox. Man, those warthogs are no joke, man. They really are. I cannot wait. I really cannot wait to see what, you know what, Swiss Vapor, I can't give you a wrench because I'm going through StreamYard. Can somebody with a wrench give a wrench, or am I the only one that can give a wrench? Actually, hang on. Let me see if I can do this here. Hang on. You're definitely wrench worthy. That's for sure. That's Tracy. Thank you, bro. I'll text you after. Let me see if I can give my man Swiss Vapor a wrench. Give me just a minute here. I know I can't do it if I'm on the going through. That's one of the problems I had with StreamYard. I can't, if I see a comment and I want to get rid of it, I can't. It has to be up to a mod. Whereas where I just go through live to YouTube, I can't do things like this. I can't do that and post comments, which is the reason I kind of like going through. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Now let's Google the new AI assistant advertising on the channel. Swiss Vapor and add as moderator, and look at that. Now let's see if you have a wrench now. Herja, what a wrench is. Leave a comment, Swiss Vapor. Let's see if you got a wrench. Narthman asked, or no, sorry, Herja asked, what's the deal with the wrenches? Wrenches are moderators. And when you get what ends up happening, and there you go, you look wonderful in blue. What happens is this. Oftentimes, when it's unfortunately the way it works, when I'm doing a live stream, I'm kind of answering questions and doing my thing. Sometimes what ends up happening is somebody will show up in the chat that is not Chase the Heat friendly, or somebody is breaking a rule, or they're just being inappropriate, or they'll just leave a nasty comment that I don't want people to see. This is a family-friendly show. Then wrenches like Jason P., Brock Bandy, Swiss Vapor, James Colin Cares, and my others. What they can do is they can click on that comment, Chris and Melinda. They can click on that comment and remove or block somebody making. So they're what they are. They're my fast guns. They're my look at all that blue. That's the cavalry. And so they help me maintain order. Because what ends up happening? Trolls come in a variety of ways. You know, trolls aren't just people that come in and say bad things. There's something called concern trolling. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. If you're a content creator, maybe you have. It's called concern trolling. Someone say, "I can't hear you, Johnny. Hey, you sound bad." And I'll be going along. I'll see a comment. Oh my God, you can't hear me. And I'll get nervous. Or they'll say, I know Mischief Managed did that today. Obviously, that's a different situation. But there were people that will do that. Say, you look fuzzy. They're stopping lines. Everybody is freezing a lot. Have you guys seen this one? Rest in peace, R.I.P. Joe Rogan. They'll do that in a chat, and they'll do that so that the flow, the attention goes from the people. Nobody in the chat's paying attention to the speaker anymore, and that's what they're doing. It's trolling one way or another. So that's what those wrenches do. They keep, they maintain some order. I had some funny stories, you guys. I went. You guys don't remember this. I doubt anybody was in the. If you were in it, you'll know. You'll remind me. It was must have been 4 years ago. It was years ago. I was doing a live stream, and I had a bunch of people. It was very coordinated, wicked coordinated. I had a bunch of people that were in, and they were trolling me. And I'm not even going to say what it was. I'm not. But they got me. They got me good. Oh, wicked good. Oh, I can't even talk about it. But they got me really, really good. And it was such a it was such a shocking experience to have the way they got me. I didn't do a live stream. I'm telling you, for a year or two. Here's the truth of it. We have a pretty benign audience. We have a pretty nice, friendly audience. You know, most people are pretty simpatico. Every once in a while, you get somebody. You know, if you were, you know, look, I'll talk about it. you guys weren't in the live stream yesterday. Let me tell you guys what happened, because I told this to the bus pass, but kind of it's fitting with what we're talking about right now. I get a comment there. I'm not going to show you the screenshots. I have them. I could just post them. Show you right now. I never post screenshots, but I get a screenshot, or I'm sitting around 2 days ago, and I get a text from somebody who I've known since 2018. All right. I've known him. The way I met him was he sent me. He reached out because of the channel. He watched the channel. Said, I got something I want to send you. Can I? I said, sure. And they sent me some products. So I did a review, gave him a shout out to he and his kids, and he's been watching the channel since 2018. So 6 years. All right, it's a long time, right? We've never ever had anything but positive communication ever. So in fact, I get this. So I'm sitting around 2 nights ago. I get this screenshot, message on Messenger. He's swearing at me, and he's just. I'm like, so I scroll up to see what happened previously that could make where this is coming from. The last comment was a year earlier, and I said he was going through a procedure. And I said, I'll pray for you. Hang in there. So I'm like, I wonder if he's drinking. My first thought, he's drinking or something. Anyway, he goes on to say that I've changed. And I said, how have I changed? He said, well, if you read the comments over the last 15 years, you would know. I said, well, the channel is only 8 years old, though. And he told me in the very first comment, he says to me that he's known me for 10 plus years. Anyway, this guy who is nothing but friendly now all of a sudden hates me. And he says that I've changed. I haven't changed. I really haven't. But, and if he shows up, trust me, my mods would be all over him in a hurry. But that's the kind of stuff that sort of happens sometimes. Vitaly says, this man is a chili head for heat and flavor. A hot tub, make sure you take his advice. You're awfully kind for saying that, Vitaly. I'm just a chili head, my friend. Merely a chili head. That's it. But unfortunately, listen, in a perfect world, like when we do a bus pass, let me tell you what happens with a bus pass. Every time I do a bus pass, there are wrenches that are there. They never need to use them. And rarely is it ever needed here, honestly. How often do you guys have to throw somebody out? It's very, very rare. It doesn't really ever happen. I definitely haven't changed. I don't think I've changed, Josh. You know what? Here's the truth of it. I have changed. I've gotten better at what I do. But I'm not like, I don't have a big attitude. I don't think I'm special. This dude actually said, I should post it. I did block his name out so you can't see it. He said he personally has given me over $8,000. I've never accepted a penny, not a dime from anybody, unless it's a super chat or something. And he certainly hasn't given $8,000 in super chats. But when he said that in the chat, my first thought was, poor guy's drinking. I'll help him if he is, It's a bummer. Swears Vapor, 17 months. Life's a biatch. Eat some peppers. So glad for being accepted here and on the Lifeboat channel. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's a great channel. If you don't know Lifeboat, it's my brother's channel. Please check it out. It's saving lives. Swiss Vapor, you're a good person, man. You got a good heart. Kosi, can you even go hotter? I can. If there's something hotter than 16 million, I'd be eating it. Come on, I would. James is awesome. James, another one here and the Lifeboat. Such a pleasure to mod for. I think, meaning my character, Josh, hasn't changed. Well, thank you so much. I'd like to think it hasn't, What does the bus do? The bus is it's a metaphor for the channel. We call the channel the bus. And a bus pass is something that you can get. It's over and above the regular channel. It's a membership. It's $4.99 a month. There's 167 videos currently on the membership on the bus pass that nobody on the regular channel has ever seen. So there's a lot of just special, really cool content. There's a couple prematology challenges. There's aftermaths, which is something I don't ever do. You guys ever see me do aftermath videos where I'm dying after eating some hot? So that's what you get. You get live streams just for the bus pass people. So that's kind of what the bus pass is. It's fun. You know what it is? The bus pass is a much more intimate little setting. And it's certainly fun to do a live stream with 1,000 people in the chat. There's something really cool about doing a chat where it's smaller. Makes it fun. Kosi says, I don't know how you handle it. I'll be on the throne all day after a Scotch bonnet. It takes time, you know. I've been doing it forever. Thank you, Chris and Melinda. What's weird? Balaki, something's weird for Balaki. When I post on the lifeboat, no one can see my post for some reason. You can look into that. Thank you for telling me. Balaki's there. Look into that too. Thank you. Mom loves After the Burn videos. Hey, your mom is very, very cool. Your mom's cool, Bizzle. Can I tell you something? I really enjoy doing the After the Burn videos. Very, very cool. I really enjoy them, man. This next one is really cool. I got a couple really great ones coming up. Linda, I've known for a long time. And Jay Blunt's a great guy. I've reviewed his sauces for years and years, but I've never met him. We've never had any extended conversations at all. So it's going to be a super fun one because I can't wait to learn about him. You know, he's a great sauce maker. And then the week after that, I've got Ann Simmons from Evil Creek or Texas Evil or Texas Creek. What is that, Dizzy? Is it Texas Creek? And then I've got David Ashley from Ashley Foods. He's the person who makes plutonium. And I'm telling you, I think plutonium 9 million is such an epic thing when it comes to like chili challenges, and it's the penultimate of burn. You know what I mean? So interviewing those two are going to be really, really fun. I do, Swiss. Remember the video I made for your 100,000 subs? Still feel the heat of all the peppers. Totally in total 30. That's brutal. That's a lot. Thank you, bro. James Colin cares. It would be cool to see you in a chat with Ellie Beast. I'm a moderator on Ellie Beast's channel, actually. James Colin cares. I'm a mod there. So every time I see him live, I go there. But here's the problem. The last couple times I've gone on there, he always says hello. And then all of the chat is about, you need to do a collab with Johnny. Why don't you and Johnny doing a collab? And I feel bad about that. So the last couple times I've seen him go live, I'm kind of just lurking because I don't want him to feel pressure about that. He's not a guy who does collabs. He's not a guy who does that sort of stuff. That said, I'm a huge fan of LA Beast, man. There's a plaque on the wall right there that's pretty much because of him. You know, the reason we got if it weren't for him, if you take away the fact that he did the Tube of Terror, there's 30 or 40. I guess we still have a plaque, but it would take a lot longer to get there. You know, because I picked up like 30 or 40,000 subscribers because of him. You know what I mean? You take those for 30 or 40,000, it means I'm barely over 100. So he was significant. He's just a wonderful guy, but I just don't like getting into his chat and feeling like I've hijacked it. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? It does. I've been there a few times, and I can see him with pressure on him about, okay, now I got to deal with this. And I don't want to, it's a drag. I end up feeling like I'm trolling him by accident and not even trying to, you know what I mean? I think Carpenter, you leaving? Take care. Thank you for being here. Unless Carpenter's saying goodbye to somebody. Maybe they're saying hello. I'm not quite sure. I'm glad you're here, Carpenter, regardless. Virgia says Ellie Beast is hilarious. He really is. Is there really this Sunday or next? Is my recovery video this Sunday or next Sunday? Every Sunday. It's going to be this Sunday. Join me. It's called Sober Sunday. And we're going to talk about sobriety and capsaicin and how it relates to it. It's going to be fun. I'm laughing. Johnny says Emmanuel Pinier. Very cool. James Collins says that stand up of you for sure and understanding at its best. You know what though? Here's the thing. I've done that. You have no idea how many times. I 90% of the time, especially if it's in Peppers, I lurk, and if it's somebody on a live stream, and I do not talk because I don't want, there was I'm not gonna tell you the guy's name. There's a guy who does YouTube channels. He's not, or does live streams on YouTube. He's not even in Pepper. He's in the personal growth and success and kind of self-improvement, that kind of thing. And he was doing a live stream once. I was watching. There was it was very small. It's about as many people in the stream that are in this one right now. So it was very small. And I said, hello, good to see you. Because it seemed like everybody was participating. So I said, hello. Nice to see you. And the host saw my comment, and for the I mean, it became him talking to me, and I felt terrible that I hijacked his show. It wasn't about me, but when he saw my comment, he stopped talking to the person that he was doing an interview in the same room with, and just began talking to me. So I kind of made excuse like I had to leave. I'm sorry I got to split. It was so nice talking to you, but I don't want to hijack people's streams. You know what I mean? Cozy Leg says, can you talk about how to get an endorphin rush? You betcha, Cozy. So here's the deal with an endorphin rush. It's when your body gets overwhelmed. It can be for a lot of reasons. It doesn't have to be from spicy stuff. It can be from fear. You know what I mean? Get an endorphin rush from a lot of things. But with peppers in particular, the way you get an endorphin rush is you have to. Here's the bottom line: you got to go way past your comfort zone. Meaning, if you're not somebody who's ever eaten anything hot, I promise you, if you eat a really hot jalapeno or a habanero, you're going to get a screaming endorphin rush. And what happens is your body you're going into panic mode. Your body realizes that there is a real problem. And in an attempt to try to relieve you of some of the pain you're going to be experiencing because of how hot it is, it floods your body with endorphins to try to offset the pain. And that's what happens. And when that does happen, you get a euphoric feeling. Sometimes people get chatty. Sometimes people stop talking, but sometimes your fingers tingle, your scalp tingles. Sometimes it's to me, here's the thing. I'm sober now, but I've abused every drug in the world. It feels if you try to use an analogy, like a really strong opiate buzz is what it feels like. I'm just being straight. Kristen, you are a very considerate live stream participant, Mr. Scoville. Thank you so much. Ms. Belinda. You're awesome. Cozy just got an endorphin rush from eating 5 warthog peppers. Yeah, 5 warthog peppers is going to do it. Carpenter says, I need to ask, if you fail an endorphin rush, how hot must it still be? If you fail an endorphin rush, if you feel or you fail, if you fail an endorphin rush, how hot must it be? It has to be much, much hotter than whatever it is you're actually used to. Okay. So if somebody who's not used to peppers at all, it doesn't take a lot to generate an endorphin rush. This is, it's the end of the pod season here. My tolerance is pretty much high all the time, but it's very high now. So in order for me to get an endorphin rush, I've got to eat an awful lot of very, very, very hot stuff in order to make it happen. So there's that. But your stomach, listen, it's if you want to dance, you got to pay the band. The currency is cap cramps sometimes, unfortunately. Keith Kimley says, every time I watch your videos, I feel like I'm at a family dinner. You know why that is? I'm not quite sure why. Here's why. Because I remember day one when I first started the channel, I wasn't really talking to I just figure I'm talking to one person. It's kind of how I look at it. So when we got 50 people, I was still just talking to you. You know what I mean? Keith, all of you, Cozy, Dale, Endorphin, I'm just talking to you. So when we get 140,000, I'm still just talking to you. I don't know. How long does the endorphin rush last? I know what you meant, Keith. It's a family thing. It's a good thing. A good thing. How long does endorphin rush last? The initial effects on a really good one might last. It's fleeting, man. The really strong rush of it might last 5 or 10 minutes. If it's a really, really good one, you might feel the effects. See, the effects that you might notice on the surface, they'll dissipate and be gone pretty quick. But I have a bad back. I've had a lot of surgeries and fusions and stuff, hardware put in me. I'm like Frankenstein. So I got a really, really bad back. If I eat a lot of peppers in the morning, I'll get an endorphin rush, right? And then it'll go away. But I won't. That night, my back will be a much, much better shape than it would have been if I hadn't taken that. I don't have to take nearly as many as aspirin during pod season than I do during the off season. So it's a great pain reliever. It does help. So those effects carry on way longer than the initial endorphin drop you get. But that first rush where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe how good I feel. That's really quick, 5-10 minutes. My experience. All right, friends of mine. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you all. I mean it. Let me see if I can pull up a participant and say hello to everybody who's still here. Let's see if we can do that. Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it does not. Let's go with my wrenches first. Bizzle, Jason, Melinda, Kristen Melinda, and Jason P. And we have Balaki, Burn Daly, Carpenter, Chili Phil, Dale Cox, heard ya. Keith Kingman, Cozy Lake, Mark Alberts, Mischief Managed, Miss G, Narfman, Wable Laredo, Pepper Poppy, Rick Spicer, and the newest of the wrenches, the Swiss Vapor. You got my email, Swiss Vapor. If you have any trouble at all, email me. I'm your guy. Speedy says, we're good to see you. Thanks again for being here. I love you all. Bizzle, you're a good man. I'll talk to you guys all later. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat. I can turn this off. There you go.